Solana is racing up toward $100. And the question that everybody should be asking themselves right now, is Solana going to flip Ethereum? Is the dog still wearing a hat? I also have ultra high conviction now in a play that I feel is going to easily 4 or 5x within the next week or two. And I discovered a new meme coin on Solana that we're about to talk about that could potentially do a 50x coming up here pretty soon. All that and more, guys, on this episode. If you're excited for the video, like the video. If you're new to the channel, what up? My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been in crypto for a very long time. My goal here is to bring you guys all the alpha so that you guys can absolutely crush it like we have been doing. If you're here, you know that we have been calling things phenomenally well and just absolutely crushing it. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, literally, what are you waiting for? Do that, and let's get into it, guys. Let's see. We'll make fireworks again. Let's see. Does it do fireworks? Yeah, there we go. Let's get into it. That's how we want to start the show. That's how we want to start the show. So, $92.66 for Sol over here, guys. Absolutely crushing it up today. And we can just see that Solana is undervalued at the moment, right? So if Solana gets just to the peak price of where Ethereum was in the bear market, it should be pricing in Solana at $290. So that's a 3x from where we are right now. And also you can see that, everybody is talking about 3 digits. And like, we're basically, I mean, literally, I'm going to make this video, then I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully I wake up with the most likes on any video ever. Like the video if you like Solana, if you think Solana is going to be amazing, if you're in Solana, if you have Solana. But look at this. This hat is just gone so viral everywhere. We're going to get into that in just a bit here, but Sol is going to relentlessly grind up all the dips to $120. There's basically no more resistance, guys, between here and 120. So it's everywhere. This guy too. And you can see that Solana DEX volumes have flipped Ethereum. Unbelievable here. This is just something that I think most people wouldn't have seen coming, just 3 or 4 months ago, but it's inevitable. And this is why we're making these videos, because we have to keep you informed on what's going on. And I hesitate to say this to some degree, but what if Ethereum is like MySpace and then Solana is like X? You know what I mean? It's like once you start, and I'm going to show you guys a tool that I discovered today that makes it much easier to find the best places to buy into things like Solana Memecoins or anything else that you want to do. And I'll show you really quickly why, even just before I started making this video, it's been incredibly valuable for me. But you can see here that in this chart, since the accumulation ranges of the bear market, obviously, and this is super obvious for all of us, this is the Sol to ETH chart. Obviously, Sol has just been crushing. They were kind of like on parity for a while until recently, and now it's just absolutely outperforming Ethereum, obviously. It's pretty obvious that Sol is now considered the consensus trade of the cycle. It's literally, as a builder in the space, guys, I'll tell you, we're having these discussions with the teams right now, and it's like, we've been building almost everything in Solidity, some things in Rust, but Solana is just, it is a very nice experience. And I ran a poll on my X account the other day. If you guys aren't following me on X, make sure that you do that. But obviously most of you guys think that Sol is where you would prefer to use your dApps. So as a builder, and everyone else who's been building in ETH right now is and there's a lot of people that are actually considering moving over into the Solana ecosystem, but of course that's not so easy to do. But it might make things like Neon, which is the EVM on Solana, it might make that more appealing, and so that might be a play to look at as well. But anyway, so Marty Party says Solana will flip Ethereum sooner than you think. Charts attached. You will then be too late. anyone not moving from ETH into Sol under $100 is either delusional, emotional, or you're locked in this ridiculous Ethereum staking protocol. He just going to show some charts here as well. Daily active addresses, Solana's crushing. Daily transactions, Solana's crushing. DEX volume, Solana's catching up here. You can see crushing. TVL is still far from Ethereum, but all activity and all the signs point to Solana crushing. I've made it in previous video, guys. If you haven't seen it, well, it doesn't matter because it's been a while ago, but Jump Trading made this thing called Firedancer, which effectively will make the Solana network be able to handle something like 1 million transactions per second. Basically enough to handle all of Visa, all of MasterCard, all of X, all of everything pretty much all at once on a blockchain. And it was inevitable that something comes along that is cheap and fast and works from a blockchain perspective. And Firedancer was that key piece of infrastructure. It's not totally live yet, but in testing it works extremely well. And as we go into the macro perspective of the markets here, this guy says, I've been tracking Coinbase volumes every day for 7 years. Volume up, price up days are rare. Bullish sign. Of course, it's bullish. We are now, we've got 9 days left in this year. And so we're as soon as 17 days away from an ETF announcement. But this is how you know that retail is back early. Normally, retail doesn't come in the masses, and you don't get what I'm about to show you until we at least get past all-time highs for Bitcoin. But Ansem says, your average person becomes more likely to trade crypto each cycle earlier, essentially. Larger percent of retail will join earlier in each bull market. It's twofold. One, over time becomes more consensus as being fundamentally valuable. Obviously, this is with Larry Fink. And two, speculation to flip any spare cash because the economy is fucked. And everybody knows that. Inflation, dollars being debased, this is going to be, 2024 is going to be a massive year of money printing. You got the, basically the Fed bailing out Joe Biden. And if you guys are in crypto, you get messages like this. Trust me, they're starting to come in for myself as well. People from all out the woodworks that I haven't heard from last bull market. And before last bull market, the last time I heard from them was like high school or something, right? So you can see message from mom. And nurse keeps talking to me about these to buy. And you've got Celestia, Osmosis, Bonk, Immutable, Injective, and Jito. Like unbelievable. And this is retail's back. So we're so back. We're so back. And now this is mind blowing here, guys. This is mind blowing. So my normie friend just texted me, and if you guys don't know, normies are obviously no coiners or not us, right? We are not normies. But my normie friend just texted me that Dog Wif Hat made it to the front page of Bloomberg Terminal. We are so fucking back. Look, this is the Bloomberg Terminal. Dogs, and of course, normies can't understand it's Dog Wif Hat, but they say dogs with hats and other foolishness lead crypto altcoin revival. And this is on the front page of Bloomberg Terminal, guys. This is like, and so what happens after that? Of course, bankers almost done with their shift can go home and try to figure out how to buy the Dog Wif Hat that they saw in Bloomberg Terminal today. Asia going to carry it throughout the night. And let's see, there's more stuff down here so just absolutely going insane. And then, of course, you got Bloomberg, Wif Hat. And then, of course, Arthur Hayes, Wif Hat as well. And if you come down here, you can just see how viral this is going. Arthur, max bidding. You got, what was his name? Leo DiCaprio over here. Everyone with a hat. Everyone with that. And this is the thesis I'm going to get to in just a second here, right? So, woke up this morning, dog still has a hat. But this is the thesis right here. No, not this one. I'll show you in a second. But holder count going parabolic, bullish. Look at the chart. My quant drew this for you. Holders over time. Boop, parabolic. And this is how you know something's going absolutely parabolic. this, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, ever since Pepe, you know how we look at these things. We look at holder count over time, and we can understand how viral something is. And this is why I've got ultra high conviction now that Wif is going to go to $1 billion. And remember, guys, I brought this to you at $30 million, right? At 30 million, and it's going to $1 billion in my opinion. I'll show you just how much I've doubled down, tripled down on it over the past few days. And this is what I do. I find something that I have high conviction in. I make smaller bets earlier, right? So my first purchase when I made that video with at $30 million of Wif, I thought it was funny. So I put, you know, like not tiny, but like definitely not large either. And then I watch what happens. And I watch very closely for things I think can be viral. And the next day, if it continues to pump, and I'm like, wow, this is, and then I kind of like look around, you know, crypto Twitter and look for the culture and see if I think it's going to be, you know, picking up. And you can see here. So Jeremy says, last tweet about Wif. This is going to sound borderline redacted, especially the serious gain, but memes have solidified itself in crypto culture, which I've been saying for a very long time. Dog with hats is the most scalable meme. Is the most scalable meme, much more than Doge, Shib, and Pepe. There are two components to my thesis. You're in a cult. We are all in a cult. We're in the crypto cult. One, there are infinite hat designs appealing to a wide audience base. You can see this is the other one. This is the normal dog with hat with laser eyes, carnivores, Binance, Ice-T, etc., etc. You got more of them. Mario, Space Guy. Like, you could just do anything with this, right? Batman, Supreme, whatever. But then you could also go to, this also thesis is that everyone can wear a hat. You don't have to be a dog, but with this hat, as I have in the thumbnail, Kyle with a hat. Pigeon with a hat. This guy with a hat. Parallel EVM with a hat. You could even have charts and dashboards and tickers and liquidity pools with hats. Hell, even Birday has a hat. And of course, I showed this to you guys before. Injective with a hat. Zerka with a hat. and then this video here, of course. I want to sound too long. I don't want to get copyright infringements. But everyone, even Wall Street, Satoshi, CZ, Leo, everyone with a hat. Now, guys, remember, this is what I want to say here. Like, this is why I'm trying to bring you guys the most value here. We covered this at $34 million. Wif Hat. So you can see that, like, you know, 34 million right now. And where are we at right now? $270 million. Now, it's like a 9x. It is a 9x, up 900% since I told you guys about this like a week and a half ago. If you're not subscribed, literally, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, where else do you find a 9x on anything ever? Like, and I think it's funny how, you know, people get so excited about like a 30% pump and something like Injective or something when we can get 9x. We did it on Bonk, right? We took you from Bonk from like 100 and I think like 100, what was like 100? It was 0.0003, right? And then we did a 10x on Bonk. Cock is up still, even though it was up like 7%. Now it's still up 5% with a little correction today. Let's take a look at that quote while we're here anyway, because I know you guys are probably wondering and maybe a little bit concerned here. I still think like this is still, I still, as the number one premier meme coin on AVAX, I still think this thing has legs. Let's take a look where it's at. But still, even with Cock, we talked about it at 30 million also, and it's up. So it's up still over 5% with even with the pullback. It was up over 200 million, I believe, just this morning or something. So it's got a nice little pullback right now. But my thesis is this is still going to, look, it's already starting to recover, right? Already starting to recover. So remember, it's always a good idea if you have high conviction in something to buy the fear, because usually that ends up paying quite well. Let's change it to a 1 hour chart. And so, yeah, you can see, I think, a lot of people started to see this and panic sell, panic sell, panic sell. Remember, if you're panic selling something, you're usually someone else is buying up your coins at a discount. My guess, it's 164 right now. My guess is that we're back to $200 million by the morning, right? By the morning. But back to Wif. Look at this. So now what I wanted to show you something here, guys, is that I told you I've been literally, I've been selling Star Atlas, Polus, Atlas, and Sol to continue to enter and increase my positions here, right? Like I said, I start with some conviction, and then I see wallet growth, and then I put more money in. I see more wallet growth. I put even more money in. And at this point, I am very confident. Of course, there's no sure thing in crypto. But let's just say that I no longer have anything close to a small position in this play. I am heavily allocated. Why? Because I think that even at today, right now, at $260 million market cap, I feel like whatever I put in this will 4x within the next 5 days. Like, to me, that's almost guaranteed. Not financial advice. Literally, this thing could go to zero tomorrow, right? And if it does, it sucks. But I'm obviously betting pretty heavy that this thing is going to $1 billion. And I think it's going to happen sooner than later, probably within the next 5 days or so. And we're going to see the same thing, right? More listings, Coinbase, then Binance. We sell before Binance, and rinse, wash, repeat. If you're watching the channel, you know how it goes, right? You know how it goes. I want to show you, before I show you this this new meme coin that I found, I want to show you a really cool tool, how I'm using it right now. So if we go down to, let's look at the 15-minute chart. Let's see, maybe a 5-minute chart. Where was I at before? Yeah. So I started getting even more FOMO before making this video, and I wanted to buy in. I was gonna do 500 Sol buy-in, and I wanted to do it right here. Oh, sorry, you guys are seeing my screen. I wanted to do it right here. But I discovered how to dollar cost average in using Jupiter, and a good thing I did, because I was able to continue to buy, and the way I set it up, I'll show you right now, is that so far since I started making the video, it's a 500 Sol over the course of, I think 120 minutes, and I just start dollar cost, and you can only do this on Solana because the gas is like basically non-existent. So it's taking 500 Solana, which is my buy order here, and over the course of 120 minutes, it just evenly divided. Every minute, it's buying a little bit, and so now I was able to dollar cost average in. Maybe I should have done that over 60 minutes or something like that, but still. No, see, it works out like here, and then buy, 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 buy. See, that's and now it's dipping. See, as you're watching it right now, it's literally dipping, and it's still buying, right? So it's going to average out. Instead of me buying up here or buying it down here, the whole thing, it's probably going to buy somewhere right around here, and I actually save, a little bit better entry using this tool on Jupiter. And Jupiter is not done with their airdrops, so because I started using Jupiter and using other features and using it to swap a lot more, and I'm using it now for this dollar. I've used it for this dollar cost average thing, and I also use it for this new meme coin I'm about to tell you guys about quite soon. But you can see it's still, so far what it's done is it's deployed how much of my total position? 22% of everything. And so this is fine. I can just go to sleep knowing that it's going to dollar cost average in here. And this is adding, yes, this significant amount to my bag. Yeah, like I said, I think that anything I put in here right now is going to 4x in the next 5 days or so. That's just my thesis. So now what is this new coin I'm talking about? This is called ANALOS. ANALOS Solana. Read it. Left to right, my friends. Or look right, move left. Now, this is not as funny as Dog Wif Hat, but it's kind of clever. Like, basically, the whole thing is just the Solana logo backwards, and I think it's going to pump. And it's literally sitting right now at $21 million valuation. And I was just, so my friend, John, hello, John, if you're watching this. I was at the gym this morning and he sent me this and I learned my lesson today. I'm going to put Phantom Wallet on my phone, but he sent me this at $6 million. And I said, buy some for me. We did. And then that was like over here. And then he thought he bought maybe it was here. He thought he bought the top. And then I sent him a message like an hour ago before it pumped all the way up. And then came crashing down. I bought more. And now it's coming back up again. And I still think, so at $21 million, Solana meme coins are just too hot right now. And this is kind of like clever a little bit in the way that like, it's just the backwards Solana sign. And like, I was trying to read this too at first. It's like, ANALOS no stevene elba but and then if you just hover over, you go, created as a culmination of all the memeable events on Solana. You got SBF here, you got this guy, you got Bonk crying for some reason, and then the timeline of like all the memeable events, right? So again, how you should play this is the same way. You put a small amount in here. You look at the holder count. I don't like Dex Screener, so I don't really know how to use it very much. And anyway, I don't know where. Let's see. I think we can find it over here. I don't know. Anyway, look for the holder count. I guess we can find it on Dex Screener. Has so much missing here. Pair created, search on Twitter, sold. I guess what we could do is we could go soul scan. Here we go. ANALOS. So we're going to go here. We're going to see how many token holders there are right now. Already 12. That's pretty fucking good for it was created like this morning, 12,000. Okay, very, very viral, right? So you saw how I did that. I went here, clicked on this, went to soul scan. Like, I think this thing, it's at a 20 million right now, guys. It's going to pop. It's going to go to 200, is it going to go to a billion? I don't know. We'll watch. But the most important thing to do is watch, because it could have got 12,000 because meme coins are hot and could get sell off. And then tomorrow it gets 500 new people and the next day too hot and it could just die. All right. So it's very important, but you get more confident and increase your allocation size, your investments, as you start to see that virality in wallet growth. To me, that's the number one thing. That's how I made it with Pepe, Wojak, Bonk, Wif, everything. That is the formula for success, guys. This is how you crush it in meme coin season. This guy thinks Bonk. So I'm right now, how am I feeling about Bonk? I'm a little bit, I don't know yet. Like Bonk, you guys know that I thought it was going to, I did sell right before the Binance listing. Hallelujah. But I don't know if people have loyalty in this game. Everyone wants to make money. However, that's why I said, and I showed you guys, if you're new to the channel, I do have a VVIP group where I talk about all this stuff. Talk about my trades, my entries, and if you're following there, you get that information way before on these YouTube videos, because I can only make these YouTube videos once a day. But literally, as I'm sitting here working, because I like work from this chair, then when I do something, I just go to the VVIP group, and well, I won't show it to you now, but there's a little channel in there just for me, and I just go, hey, I'm doing this. Hey, here's my thesis. Hey, da 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 da. And there's only like 25,000 people, 30,000 people watch this video, and there's only 266 people in there, guys. Like, it's free, costs you nothing. The instructions on how to get in the VVIP group and Telegram are in the description. You can just go do that and join and make tons and tons of money with all of us in the group already. It's amazing. So Hasaka is someone that I follow quite closely, and just so you know, Autists and Manlets. Manlets are Solanians, and Autists are Avalanchians. And when Hasaka tweets, you better listen, and that's what I did. Let's see, how are we doing on our trades still? We're doing all right? So we're doing all right. So we got the Bitcoin trade that you guys saw me open as well. But a little bit more aggressive on that because, well, yeah. So I'm up now $11,000 on the Bitcoin trade. But I opened these this morning. I opened the Solana trade and the AVAX trade after I saw Hisaka's tweet because this guy always just crushes it. And you can see I'm up 200% on Solana, up for $14,000. And on AVAX, up 53%, up $10,000. Also, guys, like, just come trade with us. Even if you don't know how to trade with us, use the links in the description below. When you sign up using the affiliate links, it costs you nothing. And you can trade on Bybit. You can go long or short. Or you can use LevX if you can't trade on Bybit because you're American or UK or something. You can go to LevX. Same thing. You can get access to our group. In the group, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, you guys can't see this. Anyway, yeah. So, sorry, my bad. But anyway, here's the chart. You can see it. I read it to you guys anyway. Look, 210% Sol, 60% on AVAX, and $12,000 up on BTC. And yeah, we share this, guys, with all these things are happening in the VVIP group. So you get to see that first and literally, I don't know, just go in there and talk to people. Like, everyone is crushing in it there right now. So another thing is BonkBot. You guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a long time, I talk about Banana Gun. Banana Gun as a premier sniper bot in the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, BonkBot is absolutely destroying every other bot in existence, and there's no token yet. And they're using some of their revenue to buy back Bonk. And this makes me more bullish on Bonk. I do think that there's a little bit of capital rotation into these other memes because people want to see things like Wif run up to $1 billion. However, things like this, Bonk is inherently now synonymous with the Solana ecosystem. So in this upcoming bull run, I'm looking at things like Bonk. Maybe we'll see Bonk retrace a little bit more as people rotate capital, their profits, into things like, what's it called? ANALOS, whatever. What is it? ANALOS. And Wif and things like that. But then they'll inevitably, like, Bonk will probably pump again. We will watch and see. But to show you, look at this. So BonkBot is the real wolf in sheep's clothing. $26 million yearly protocol earnings based on $500,000 a week. And for all of you guys are asking when token. Look at this is the project earnings for other in Solana ecosystem. BonkBot is earning $160,000 a day, and the second closest is Star Atlas with less than half of that. Look at even Radium and Jupiter are earning like, what is that, like 1/5 of what BonkBot is earning in revenue a day. And to show you guys some even crazier stuff, look at these charts from Dune Analytics. Look at this daily revenue that BonkBot is making right now. So how you could potentially farm this if it happens is go use BonkBot, and if there's a token, then you're probably going to get an airdrop for it. Look at those revenues, absolutely insane. But the thing to pay attention to really is this. Remember, we've been talking about Banana Gun for a long time, but look at how small, it's almost non-existent. This is a real testament of the Solana ecosystem. Unbelievable. Like, just here, mid-November, it just started picking up, like just came into existence. An absolute explosion to where today the Ethereum ecosystem looks irrelevant, completely irrelevant. Look at this. You don't see spikes like this for anything at all with any of these other bots. It's just nuts. Look at this. Look how it's starting to just dominate. Probably in 6 months, this whole thing is just pink. And this is really, really, really leading me to very much consider the idea that Solana potentially could flip Ethereum in market cap. Right now, it's number 4 if you don't include Tether. It's just 2 more spots, baby, and that's it. So I've been continuing to allocate toward my Solana bags. I have sold Ethereum into Solana, and I'm just trying to build a bigger Solana bag because I think that we have no idea how high Solana could run to. You know, people are like, oh, it could go to all-time highs, like $260, but probably could go to a hell of a lot higher than that. Like, let's just take a quick look before we do this. Let's just go to here and see. So as you can see, Solana flipped XRP. It's now number 5. We don't count Tether because Tether's a stable coin. So all you got above Solana is Bitcoin, ETH, and BNB. Now, Solana's market cap to get to is still a 9x to get to Ethereum. And it's obvious that it's just crushing Ethereum right now. So yeah, that's why I'm stacking into Solana. And if it comes into something like what Ethereum did, Ethereum's market cap is 267 million right now. But imagine, let's go take a look at Ethereum's market cap in the last bull run. All the way up to 560 billion from its current market cap. So if let's just say that, because Ethereum will probably go higher than 560 billion, maybe it gets to 700 billion, maybe even a trillion this bull run. But assume that even if Solana goes back to Ethereum's and I think this will happen, right? So 560 from 39. That's still another like 15x from here, I believe, potentially. And that's why I think Solana is probably the best bet when it comes down to risk reward in the blue chip category. It's amazing. So I'm continuing to add to my bags. I think anything under 100 is a crazy steal. And the last thing we're going to do for you guys tonight is show you this new commercial for, of course, the Bitcoin ETF, which is right around the corner. Let's check it out.
Coming in hot.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up the show tonight. I will catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.